Wow, wait, are we going to be a real podcast after this?
Are we?
I don't.
7 episodes in and we're finally a real podcast.
Oh my goodness, we're 7 episodes in.
This is the 7th episode.
That's too long. That
Too
is
long.
No, that's actually I'm very proud. But that's a long time.
It is, yeah. Hi, and welcome to the 7th episode of Us Talking. I'm your host, Finnegan Tuig. Co-host Tris T. I meant to say TJ Parrish.
Woo!
Woo!
And today we have no special guest.
So sad.
Yeah.
Not really, though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's
Just
back
hang
to
out.
it's just the OGs, back to the original gangsters, as they say.
Original gang. Who says this?
That's what OG stands for.
Gangster?
Original gangster, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was an acronym. I just thought it was an expression.
Okay, I've actually wanted to talk about this for a while, because slay was just a gay thing.
For a while.
Yeah, and now everyone says it.
Oh, wait, also, wasn't it just a drag queen thing for a minute?
I've not
And
done
then it
research.
became like, because like, I don't know.
Yeah.
After watching, do you remember, shoot, what was it called?
Q4?
Q-Force.
Yeah, Q4.
Plug to Q-Force, because great show.
Yeah, we should talk about Q4. Oh, we did on the Forsaken first episode.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
The one we never posted.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like this was like there's a drag queen named Twink in the show. I mean, like, if you watch it, you understand why his name is Twink.
Yeah.
But there's a drag queen, and he just always says slay, so it's just like, okay, that's probably where it came from. And it was just a random, like, I had no research facts behind it. I was just like, yeah, that's where it came from.
I got tacos today. Okay, and first, I feel like tacos, you're either supposed to order like 5 because they're like a teaspoon, or you're supposed to order 1 because it's humongous. And so I don't know why I thought this, but it was like 3. You have to order 3 tacos.
Order 3 tacos.
Yeah, and it's because they had this banner up.
Did you slay these tacos?
Did, period.
Period.
And so the banner had 3 tacos and this like faint image behind some words, and my dyslexic brain was like took that information and then put it right onto my like subconscious, and it just forced me to buy 3 tacos.
It just like image of taco made you buy 3 tacos.
Yeah. Oh my god, advertising works.
For dyslexic people.
Yeah. But like they were like, I would have placed money that there's like a 3 taco deal. Like it said like, I don't know. Maybe there is.
Maybe
I
there
don't
is.
think there is though.
It's kind of like, no, you're just like, taco. I can go with 3.
Yeah, I would like 3 chicken tacos, please.
Yeah.
That's what I need.
I'm sorry.
That's the most like professional cough I've ever heard.
I'm keeping it professional.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, we have not gone on track at all so far. But, so I took this fashion design program where they take you from high school and they bus you out to a college campus. So you're like, it's like 50% high school seniors and the other 50 is college students. It's at a trade school. And there was a girl, or I don't know, a girl there who we were doing like a draw an ugly sweater thing because like fashion and that's funny. And mine was gold that faded into blue, and then it had a big jack-o'-lantern on the front because Christmas.
what do you mean just because Christmas?
I don't know. I had to draw it in like 30 minutes. I was like, what's the least Christmassy thing? And I thought Halloween was not very Christmassy. But hers was a snowman with Trump's face on it. And I think it said "Make Christmas Great Again." And the whole time she's like, I like Trump, but like it's a funny joke, but I don't want to offend anyone that like, because I love Trump as much as anyone else, but like, and she couldn't like, she kept going back and forth, and she was really sheepish about it, which is not a very common attribute amongst Trump supporters.
No, not commonly.
Yeah. It was just interesting.
That's so weird.
Yeah. And then my ugly sweater made it in top 5 out of like 40. I know. And I made it in
amazing.
Like a 10th of the time as everyone else. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to close this before OpenAI starts to just like hack my computer. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, as we speak. This is going to be a rough episode.
This is so rough. You definitely sound a little tired doing that.
Okay.
Let's see. Into another random topic. Have you heard about? Hold on. Give me a second.
We got it. I believe in you.
We're gonna start off with this one. Mm-hmm. The company Neuralink, owned by Elon Musk, has recently, as of last week, quite strangely, successfully implanted a chip into somebody's own skull connected to their brain and has successfully controlled a mouse along a screen with it. And they won't disclose who this person is.
Oh, no.
So, anyway, yeah. I guess exciting news. I don't know how to think of what to think
unfortunate.
About it.
I guess it's cool. It's cool.
I'm kind of with you on that. It's like, it's cool, but like,
oh,
why?
No. Yeah, there was someone, like a Swedish person, I'm not sure, who got like antennas in their brain or something so that they could get texts directly to their brain.
What?
I don't know. This was just a thing on the internet in like 2020 or 2022 or something. And it could be fake. I'm not surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if it was, but it's been an idea for a while.
I mean, imagine how many like scam calls you have to go through.
Oh yeah,
that'd
like
be miserable.
They obviously keep the number very secret, so you can't like text direct. But they got hacked once, and people were just like texting his brain.
Oh, yeah, it's gotta suck.
Yeah, I don't. It's one of the things where it's like the AI videos or something where you see them and you're like, "There's no way that's AI generated," but it is because it looks real. Like, I have a really hard time believing this is real, but
it's still like that's a possibility.
Yeah, there's other things that, like your news article. I have to assume is real. So like, why wouldn't a text to your brain be real?
I don't know. It's I don't know. I found it on while I was like just scrolling through TikTok, and I didn't save a link to one of the websites I was looking at.
So they implanted a chip in his skull that would connect to his brain, so you could like control something with your thoughts.
Yeah. And it was like to control like a computer mouse moving across the screen.
Oh, so like hypothetically you could like control your computer with just your brain?
Yeah, and with just your thoughts. So you could become even more of a zombie when it comes to computers.
Yeah. Oh no. You have TikTok implanted in your brain.
Oh, I hate that because I'd be scrolling through and then there'd be nothing but ads.
Yeah. Oh, you get ads directly implanted into your brain.
Oh no. I don't want to hear about McDonald's new cheesy Big Mac.
Yeah. This isn't like I think the chip implantation or whatever is new, but they have this headset you can put on to control a remote control car with just your brain. Yeah, okay. It's this kids' toys and like a question. But you have two people and two cars, and you race to see who can think the car further down the track.
Weird.
It is a weird thing.
Like who's more neurally inclined to drive a car?
Who's more neurologically divergent
to drive a car?
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's weird to watch too, because they're both like staring at it with their hands, not doing anything, just thinking harder.
That's creepy.
Yeah. But with the mouse like controlling a computer, there's this YouTuber named William Osman. Do you know him?
No, I don't know him.
You might enjoy it.
Okay.
I like if you like engineering things and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He got a little car and then made it so it was a working computer mouse. Mm-hmm. So he had the computer in the car and then would drive around a parking lot and it would move the mouse where he drove. It's really
like it'd be really funny if just like somebody emailing you like, get me on a Zoom call or whatever, and they just hear this little thing like whirring around. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just controlling my mouse. It's fine. It's whatever.
Like they wrote an email. It took like 10 minutes because you have to drive like around the whole parking lot to get. Gosh. Yeah.
What is his name? William
Osman. While you look it up, I'm going to drink water.
William Osman.
For pristine podcast material.
I'll have to look at this later. This looks amazing.
He's funny. He also has a podcast called Safety Third with the Backyard Scientist and...
I've heard of Safety Third. Safety Third's good.
Nile Red. No. Speaking of Nile Red, have you seen Nile... Oh, it's Nile Green, I think?
No.
Oh, okay. This is fantastic. This is like when deepfake things started to come out.
Okay.
So Nile Red is a science YouTuber. So he does he specializes in chemistry stuff. And someone took his audio bites because it's really just him talking. So it's really clean audio bites to feed to an AI network. And then he went in and made a deep fake of Nile Red's face. And then he made videos under this account, but they looked like the person was doing it. Here, can I find one?
Oh.
They were all taken, a lot of them were taken down because he didn't want to slander, ruin their reputation.
Yeah.
Because they're jokes, but
But it still is it could be taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
Quite easily.
Yeah, very easily. Let me see.
That there was a way to turn cotton balls into edible.
I know this guy.
Wait, so is this this looks like the real one. I feel like, okay, I think this is real. So is it Nile Green then? Yeah, I think it's Nile Green. Start.
So Nile Red are his original videos.
Today I'm extracting more caffeine from my... Oh no, I dropped my glasses in acid again. I might be bad at chemistry. I don't know my caffeine.
He's just throwing it everywhere now. So he uses this AI generated voice of Nile Green.
Nile Red.
No,
he is Nile Green.
Red. And his channel is Mr. Green.
Yeah.
And he makes Nile Red. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Oh, he had one. Oh, here, maybe it's in shorts. He had one with. Oh yeah, he took it down. He had one with Mr. Beast. With who's the science YouTuber that people actually know? Mark Rober.
Oh, Mark Rober.
Hank Green. People actually know Hank Green too. He did one with Mark Rober where he caught all the squirrels and he was just killing squirrels.
Oh my god,
it was really funny. But
I like that he does these because this is so just out of pocket. There's no way the original creator would ever do this, something like that. So this is great that it's obviously a joke, but it's so funny.
And he did a video where he explained how he made the deepfake parodies.
Okay.
And he was doing this in real time, but he couldn't make any noise because he needed to take that sound and then overlay the deepfake audio on top of it.
Yeah.
So his hand would be on fire and then he'd be like
just moving around while his hand is on fire.
Yeah. And then he could put the words in after.
That's so funny.
Yeah. They're so good.
Can you also just make that simpler and remove the audio from the original footage and then just add in your own audio?
Yeah, well, that's what wait, how do you mean?
As in, you can still have audio of, yourself talking in the background and then just, delete that afterwards in editing and then just add in your own audio.
Yeah, so you could do it purely off of sound effects. So, right now, if I did it, the mic would catch up me talking and all the glass shattering and stuff because I'm beating with an egg.
You're beating glass with an egg.
But then I would have to put in each crunch after. And if you're already making a deep fake everything else, that would get really intense.
That gets really complicated.
So it's in the end easier just to be silent
while your hand is on fire and you're breaking glass.
Yeah. It is fantastic.
This is so good.
And it's the cool thing too is it's like it's impressive. He actually knows science and stuff, so it's like so outlandish and crazy. But then it's kind of science in the most unhinged way.
Unhinged Science, what we all came here to do.
That is such a good YouTube channel name.
Unhinged Science.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like every middle school science kid's dream of like, you know how we always wanted something to like either explode or catch fire in science class.
Yeah. That is a good question.
Disappointing.
I think we should rename the show Finnegan and TJ are on the internet.
We are just on the internet.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Although it works well, like
yeah.
Mr. Beast reacts. It's just him watching TikToks, really.
Basically.
And
all we do is just look up articles and then just repeat whatever we just read.
Yeah, that's true. I just read you articles and then we're like, uh-huh.
Yep. Or laugh our ass off for like a good 5 minutes.
That's true.
Do you want to transition to something random?
I'd love to.
There, something like fun little, I guess.
I'm scared of your fun little.
My fun little biology fun fact of this week is.
I'm still scared of your fun little. Humpback sex photographed for first time and both whales were male.
So yes, there's the title of this, and it was in an environmental science account on Instagram that was showcasing this. They're like, hey, turns out so it's like, you know, humpbacked whales for the first time have been like captured. What's the best way to describe this?
Having sex. Sexual intercourse. And it was for the first time, but it was really funny because they were both males, and so it's just two gay whales that like were just middle of the ocean, who knows, and then happened to be filmed having sex, and it was great, I guess. I don't know how whales have sex, and I extra don't know how gay whales have sex.
Well, nobody knew until now, and now we know gay whales.
Are the photos online? Can we just go
photos
see
online? I don't know, actually. I didn't look into that.
Yeah. This is a dangerous thing to look up.
Can I just look up gay whales and see what happens?
Ultimate VPN is turned on.
Gay whale. Hold on. Finnegan, how do you spell whales?
WHALES?
Yes.
Oh, did I get it right?
Yeah,
That was
right.
incredible. Make up for the fact I bought 3 tacos for like no apparent reason.
Just, you're hungry. So, nothing really special.
Oh, is that a whale pride flag?
There's a whale. It says land rights for gay whales.
Oh, that's incredible.
Nothing.
Are those two? Oh,
They're just as expected, I feel like.
It's just 2 whales on top of each other. I'm sure there's something happening, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I wish I could see the reaction of the biologist. They're like, groundbreaking. Well, how groundbreaking it? Like, did they know how it happened? I have to assume.
I don't know. I would think that like more land animals. What am I saying? Were like recorded. Just call it animal porn at this point.
Yeah, okay, cool. We have more land animal porn than aquatic porn.
Anyway, but like apparently they never had been able to film whales having intercourse. So it's just this new quote new thing that they were like, oh, okay, now we know. But it was also just 2 male whales, and so they were like, oh, that's new.
That's new. Actually, I do have a segue from 2 gay whales. Okay. 2 gay penguins will find an abandoned egg and adopt it and then raise it as their own, which is so cute.
That's amazing.
And something like this happened in a New York zoo where they just had 2 gay penguins. I don't think there was an abandoned egg. And they made a wedding for it. And then someone went and made a kid's book about that wedding.
No way.
Yeah, it's really cute.
I think I know what you're talking about though. Like these two, there was a comedian, an English comedian, talking about these, and he went to New York for this zoo, and while he was there, one of the people who was showcasing the penguins was like, here's like this, here's our two gay penguins, and here's this. And he goes, sorry, excuse me, what? And then she says, our two gay penguins. And he's like, you don't just skip over that. You need more lore. Like, what do you mean two gay penguins?
Oh, I broke Google Books.
Uh-oh.
It's called A Tango Makes Three. It's on Amazon Books.
Tango Makes Three?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's cute.
That's adorable.
It is actually a very cute book. I like it. We could go on break.
Let's go on break.
Okay.
Break time.
Break time.
Hell yeah. This episode of Us Talking is brought to you by our own personal website. It's spinningintoig.wixsite.com. Here you can find our email, links to different shows, alongside links to our social media account, where you can ask questions or just see what we randomly post about almost every week.
Yeah. TJ runs the Instagram, and I think he does a really good job at it.
It's so much fun.
It's a fun place.
I love posting on Instagram. I spend too much time watching Reels anyway, so why not make useful time out of it?
Yeah, why not make more?
Why not make some?
This episode of Us Talking is also brought to you by My Movie. Last summer, I published a movie called What is 5'9". It's a climbing movie starring me and my friend Gavin. In the movie, we go to different locations such as Joe's Valley, Yosemite National Park, and up Logan Canyon. And it's just a small indie film on YouTube. It's about an hour and 10 minutes long. You should go check it out. When you had, like, I don't know, like lighters and stuff, would your parents just freak out if you lit them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm glad.
They still do. I'll pull out a lighter. I'll be like, ooh. They'll be like, stop doing that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's fine, guys. I'm not going to burn the house down. They're like, no, just stop doing it.
Okay. So you know those? Because my parents would do that too. We have candles on our dining table, and like me and my sister would mess with them during dinner, and my dad's like, stop doing that.
Stop doing that.
Yeah. But you know those color changing pencils we would get in elementary school? Yeah,
yes.
So they change with heat, so if you like rubbed them, the friction would make it change color. And they gave it to us for like how to survive fires. Our elementary school was really proactive with how much they wanted us to survive a house fire.
Yeah, they were very proactive with that.
Yeah, but once I was probably like 7 or 8, and I was with my grandpa in the kitchen, and I was like, "Look, it changes colors when." With heat, and so I took a lighter and I just set the pencil on fire. and then he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know. It changes color."
You just go in.
I also did that once.
You just go into tears and are like, it just changes colors. As it's on fire and you're holding it in your hand.
I think it...
This is so good.
Yeah, there's a different time where I was probably like a year older and had not learned my lesson. And so me and my cousin needed to remember like a number or something for a game. And so I took a piece of paper and I took a lighter and I started like charring it to make the letter, and it worked. It worked really well because it turned like brown.
Yeah.
It worked well until it just caught on fire as well, because I'm just holding a lighter to a piece of paper. And then I threw it on the ground and we both like just started stomping on it. And then as that finished, my aunt came in and was like, "It smells funny in here." And we were like, weird.
No, it doesn't. That's so weird.
And she was like, "Were you doing something you weren't supposed to?" And I think we just like looked at her and we're like, "No." And she's like, "Okay." And then just laughed.
Not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
See you.
So
Love that.
I should not be trusted with fire. Oh my gosh, I have another one where there's this.
How many power redundancies do you have?
Apparently a lot. Because
this is crazy.
There's a time where I went to this place called City of Rocks. Mm-hmm. I think it's a state park. I don't know. It's just this cool, like.
I think so. Yeah, I think City of Rocks is a state park.
camping spot and climbing. And I was gonna text Emmy that I had started a fire so we could boil Gavin's coffee. And the image didn't go through, so I just texted fire and then disappeared for the next 2 days because there's no cell there.
So there's like a... Oh my god, that's hilarious. So all Emmy gets is just fire.
Yeah. Oh my god. Do we want to keep going with fire stories? Because I have more.
I think I've got one.
Yeah?
I was underneath the coffee table at one point just playing around with matches. And I thought it was so cool because I was building a little tower of matches. I don't know how I did it, but I built a tower of matches on the carpet. Mm-hmm. And I just got really... And so I kept putting them back in the, like... I don't know, I was like 2 and could like squeeze myself underneath like this, I swear, like 2-inch gap of a coffee table on the floor. And so as I was just hanging out underneath there, I just was like lighting matches. Just kept lighting I think I lit like maybe 5.
Wow.
I put them out though.
That's honestly, that could have ended very different.
Yeah. No, I would always I'd blow it out and be like, oh, that was hot. Do that again.
So weird. It like, oh my goodness. What is wrong with me? The more we talk about
what is wrong with all of us? Because we have pyromaniac tendencies.
Because I have 3 more. They're fast. They're quick ones. One, if you take all the sparklers from a package, crunch them up into the plastic bag they come in, you can tie off that little thing, and when no one's looking, you can just toss it into the campfire. And it's not a big thing. It just flashes really bright for a second, and then everyone's confused. So I did that as a kid. Probably the same trip. It's like they walk from the burnt-smelling house, and then the campfire just starts flashing, and like, yeah,
it's demons.
Yeah, I'm summoning demons as a kid.
How did you? What? Just huh?
I don't know.
This is hilarious.
It's fantastic. I think I don't know. I think fire is like one of the few times that you have a thing, and then the thing transitioned to not being there anymore.
Yeah. I always found it fun because it was like, this is potentially very destructive, and it's in my hands right now.
Yeah, I think it's just like, you feel like you shouldn't, and so you want to more.
Yeah.
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 In a seamless segue, who would you want to be the halftime show singer?
So seamless. I don't know, honestly. I'd love to see like Meghan Trainor go up there and do something, but her recent songs haven't been my favorite.
Wait.
I want her to sing like All About That Bass in the Super Bowl.
That would be... You would transition so well too.
It would be.
Yeah. Okay, hear me out. We should make an edit of that where it's just the bass. Like, when a car passes and the bass is pumped up so high that you just hear like, and then from the bass.
And your car starts shaking because of it. Yeah.
So you hear no words and just bass. That'd be really funny if she's like, I'm going to sing all about that bass. And all you hear is the bass line.
All you hear is bass.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So Meghan Trainor, is she the one that was doing the ads with like Planet Fitness? I think that was Megan Thee Stallion.
Probably.
I think so. Where she's in the cloud.
I don't remember. I'm not that big on... I don't follow pop culture that often.
I don't either. It's just
so
like
sad.
On ads every once in a while.
Yeah, just randomly.
Yeah. We both really like Jordy.
Jordy's really good. He's like a small... Yeah, kind of small.
Yeah. I think he's smaller than like Meghan Trainor.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's hovering around like 500,000 monthly listeners.
That's really good numbers.
It's a big number. Let me look this up because I can. And we spread real news out here, not that fake news. We tell you about gay whales and other things. Oh my goodness. 542,000 listeners. Oh yeah, wow. I was right. I was like
500,000. Yeah.
Yeah, I am a real fan. I was in
real
his
dedicated
top 0.05 listeners this year on the Spotify Wrapped. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm a true fan, a true Jordian.
True Jordian.
Yeah.
Oh, he's great. I love Jordy.
Yeah. So that's who I'd want to play the halftime show. It would be so fun. I would love to see like a real musician.
A real musician.
No.
Nobody ever understands talent.
No, but like
You know Jordy's new song.
I do know it. Do you mean his new song, Second Minute Hour?
Imagine that being played during a halftime show.
It wouldn't be. It's no less horny than than who played this year.
Oh, Drake?
No, Drake didn't play. It was the one guy.
Watch the Super Bowl, so.
This is really funny that we know other things.
It just shows that we both don't watch the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, Usher.
Oh, that does not start with a J. Yeah.
Usher played for the Super Bowl halftime show. Who else would you want to play as a Super Bowl halftime?
I don't know. You know what? I'm standing by it. I'm a big Lil Nas X fan.
Lil Nas X.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I feel like you should explain the story about like why you chose Lil Nas X.
I'm in a sports marketing class, and the teacher was because it's a sports marketing class, which is a class that teaches you the marketing of sports and the marketing through sports. So it's just like all advertisements and stuff. And so before the Super Bowl, he asked the class who we'd want to be the halftime show person. And I couldn't think of a real artist that people know. And so, of course, he asks me first. And so I said Lil Nas X as being the straightest person I could think of at the time. And then, I said it so people might think it's a joke, but if they backed me up, they'd be like, yeah. And then people booed, and I was like, heh. Yeah. But it would be a fantastic show. It'd be fun.
Hold on.
Do you want me to ask my... No, wait. I'll just give you a second. I'll look deeply into Stolas's eyes as we wait.
Sexy man.
Yeah.
What?
Huh? I don't know why that got you by surprise.
You ever have childhood crushes on cartoon characters?
Oh my god, all the time. Oh my gosh. Okay, what class is it? Music aesthetics class. He was talking about Lord of the Rings, and he was like, all the girls had crushes on Legolas in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Do you know him?
Mm-hmm. The elf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, I know him. I was like, I know him. I just processed how much I was just fixated on him as an elementary schooler. And then
I remember you talked about him a lot.
Yeah,
you did talk about him a lot. Now I'm thinking about it.
It's weird what flag is now in my room.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
Oh, just what's the strangest experience you've had with a stranger?
I was one night
today.
So one night I was working. I just work in fast food and stuff, and I'm a griller for the products that we have. So as I'm just cleaning the grill, as I'm cleaning the grill, we have a customer walk in for one of our online orders that she placed, and as she's picking it up, she looks at me, and I just look back at her, just oh, well, there's a person there. Okay, cool. I go back to cleaning, and she goes, "Hey, excuse me." And so I turn back and I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? And she's she just points at the grill and is like, how long does that take you to clean? And I'm completely just brought out of my element because I was not expecting that kind of question. Sorry, I was checking if it was still recording. And yeah, anyway, that caught me way off guard. So I was just it took me a second to kind of get back into the mindset oh, this is the questions he asked. And afterwards, I was after all that, and I was just 2 hours or something like that, because it's
2 hours.
It's not just the grill; it's an entire station I have to take care of.
Okay, yeah.
So,
it's what the fuck are you doing to this grill?
Really cleaning it. But no, it's this entire station takes 2 hours, and I think I think she also thought I meant just the grill, or whatever. But she just goes wow, that's a long time, and I'm yep. And then she just turns around and walks away. I was okay. And some coworkers asked, and they were like, what was she asking you? And I was I have no idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, what was your personal experience with strangers?
I had one like pre-prepared for this, but then today I was skiing. So I was with two friends, and we were skiing through the terrain park, and it kind of like it's a slope, and then there's this like flat spot where there's no jumps around or anything, so like people just stop there to like before they go into the second section of the terrain park, and there was a snowboarder laying on their back, I think, and then another one with legs like 45 degrees away, so it was just like from like belly button up on top of them, like with their heads together. And I stopped for a while, and they weren't moving. And so I stopped next to them, because, like, I don't know. I was like, are they doing CPR or something?
Yeah.
And so I stopped, and I, like, waited for a second, and then they just didn't move. And so I was like, I feel like this, I don't, like, because if you were doing CPR or something, you'd, like I wasn't being stealthy. They could have, like, been like, go get help or something.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I stopped for long enough for them to be like acknowledge me if they wanted to, and they didn't. And so I just had to continue on, but I don't know what they were fully clothed that I could see. Maybe they weren't.
They'd be smooching.
I think they were. I don't know. It was like just a conglomerate of like ski clothes and like puffy jackets and stuff.
But I mean, okay, so what?
I don't know.
They were on a hill.
They were not only on the hill. So skiing, they like clear paths through the trees. So it's these big runs, and like typically you go to the side if you're going to stop. They were right in the middle.
And one snowboarder's on their back, and there's somebody just on top of them.
Yeah.
Like facing them or facing away?
From what I could see, it looked like face to face. I don't know. I don't know.
So confused.
Me too. And you weren't even there.
No. So, like, I'm picturing it, and just like you're just going down a slope through a path, and you just see this happen. You're like, are they okay? And you stop, and you're like,
yeah, because like
you question it, and you're like, you're thinking about it. You're like, what's happening? And you go up to them, and you're like.
Yeah, because like normally if I see someone who like looks like they took a bad fall or like something questionable, I'm like, hey, are you okay? Just because I don't want to ski away from someone with a broken leg. But this is one where I'm like, I don't want to know. I don't want to ask. I want to talk to you.
Yeah. Asking questions.
Yeah. So I don't.
So you just didn't ask questions. You just went.
I like
went
stood there for like 30 seconds and I was like, well.
When you were you basically like right next to them, or
I was probably where that desk is, so like 7 feet away, 8 feet away.
Yeah,
not far, but like
that's
not
really
right next.
Close for somebody not to notice somebody just standing there.
I think they might have like froze, like you know what you do when you got walked in on. Doing something you weren't supposed to, like lighting a paper on fire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
See, if I don't move, they can't see me.
Yeah. So I think that's what happened. I've never had this before skiing, so that was extra weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my other story is I was in an REI, and it was me and my sister, and we were like 10-ish. No, maybe that's too old. Probably like 8. I think we were like 8, and my sister's 2 years younger, so she was 6. Mm-hmm. And you know the circular racks that have clothes? So when you're 10 and 6, you can't see over them.
Yeah.
So we'd go and hide in them, and it's really fun. And so my sister would go and hide in the clothes racks. And then I would try and find her, and I'd like open them, and I'd scare her. And then she'd go and hide in the next clothes rack. Yeah. And it was fantastic. And then one time I reached in and I grabbed someone's hair. And I was like, weird. Maggie put her hair in a bun. It wasn't in a bun a second ago. And then this other girl runs out of the clothes rack screaming to her parents. Because this 10-year-old just went in like, and just grabbed her head. And I just stared at her and I was like, what do I do? Like, do I go apologize? Because like she's with her parents now.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I go apologize? Because I didn't mean to do that. And then I just like didn't know what to do, so I went back to my parents, and Maggie was like, "Do you want to keep playing?" I was like, "No,
no,
never again,
never again." Not that experience.
Yeah. I feel like I have a lot of weird experiences with
That's a really
strangers.
good experience with a kid. Like, 10-year-old, you're just like, I got you. Wait.
Oh, wait. And I like distinctly remember like the hair being different, but like not so different that you know right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really funny though.
It was I remember it for so long. It happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we should do endorsements.
Endorsements now?
Do you want to go first or should I?
I think you should go first.
Okay. This week, my endorsement's specific, and I can't tell if a lot of people know about it or no one does. I endorse an online website called itch.io. It's where indie game developers posts games. So there's some that cost money, but really they're all free. It's also a central hub for online game jams.
Okay.
And if any of that means something to you, you'll probably enjoy it. If you didn't understand, it's just a website where you can play silly games.
It was like, I get indie games, but like, interesting.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's really fun. And they're really creative. Like there's this one game called Haunts, where it's a local two-player game where you use the same keyboard and you tap the arrow keys back and forth really fast to take each step, but the two halves of the horse have to stay together, and it's like really poorly made, but in such a fun way. It's such a fun game.
Just like random Scratch games that you could find.
Yeah, it's like Scratch but better. There's also another game called #art, which was made in 12 hours, where each person chooses a key and that controls a marker, and then it will spin and you choose which direction to go and you just draw things. So the idea is you could have, I don't know how, like 32 people playing the same thing, and they're all different colors. Yeah.
Nice.
So it just there's really fun, free, creative games on here, and I've had a blast playing them.
And what is it called again?
Itch.io.
Itch.io.
Itch.io. Yeah.
Cool. I'll have to go check that out. That actually sounds really cool.
It's really fun, yeah.
I like the idea of haunts. That looks really fun. My personal endorsements for this week are a Netflix series I've loved so far called Delicious and Dungeon, and it is a anime series that has been dubbed over in English, and it is just so out of pocket. I don't want to spoil much of it because it's a really good series, and it's so random. The best way to describe it would be as if somebody had kind of just animated their own D&D campaign.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So, yeah, like just all the fun little adventures you'd have on the side and all the randomness that comes along with it.
Yeah.
And it's, good Netflix series. Definitely recommend.
Fun. Okay. Well, that's our episode. Thanks for listening to the 7th episode of us talking. We'll be back next Friday.
See you guys then.